A little bit of mezcal goes a long way.
Does it? I bet it
It's
does.
actually very clean.
I know, I know.
Tasty little.
I know.
Tasty little fun.
I can taste it right now. Mm.
Okay.
Okay. Gary Darley has arrived. Thank you.
Chili is fucking good.
So good. Hardly any left. Interesting, because you said it would last the whole night. And we'll put a dent in it.
My mind is like, I gotta get some of the Jared. You know what? You might not even like it.
You should still.
Am I trying to get off the hook?
Oh,
No, it's like I gotta fucking. They eat like a big family eats.
just bring him lunch. Does he work for you?
That's true. Next week. Yeah, we're not
Okay.
even working. No, we're not even working next week.
There you go.
I don't work out.
Where's my meeting here? Eerie. Oh, hello.
Hey, how are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Just a heads up, the Zoom link on Eventbrite was being a pain in the butt.
Oh, that explains why you're the only one here.
Yeah, I had to go
Why?
dig up the Zoom number to input it. I don't know why. Sometimes it does that, but
Um, that might be my fault, actually, because I did not. Crap. Okay, hold on. Let's see. How do I do this? I'm gonna send an email out real quick. Copy invitation. I I usually have these scheduled like way out, and I did not have these scheduled out. So when I made this event, I copied a past event, obviously, because there wasn't any. And I'm wondering if that, sorry, I'm trying to email, find, let's see.
Mm.
New attendee email. Oh, here's Kenny. He probably had to dig it up too. Hi, Kenny.
No. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
It's
Did
Kenny.
you struggle to find the link?
Yeah, I was on Eventbrite, and didn't say like join Zoom meeting. It just said like view event details.
Oh, it's just gonna be probably the four of us here. I'm sending an email.
That's all right. The OGs.
Yeah. Send now.
Yeah, nice
Uh,
app, by
Thank
the
you,
way, Gary.
Phil.
oh, thank you.
Uh,
It's almost nice enough to go outside and sit, do the meeting, but not quite yet.
Oh,
Almost.
is it not
Almost.
dark there?
it's all right. That's what my generation would call drip.
Right.
Don't even worry about
Drip?
it.
Kenny, what did you
Yeah,
say?
drip like swag. Like cool style,
I
stylish.
I wasn't even cool when I was young, so
It's
Are
never
you
too late.
saying
It's
Gary
never
had
Never
a
too
too
late.
late.
fit?
Yeah.
Never too late.
You never
Uh,
managed to not make me feel old. So thank you for
I
that.
apologize.
That's
Well, I'm
fine.
glad Nate's here, so I'm not the only young guy. Nate, what's up, bro?
uh,
How's it going?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
how's it
I
going?
didn't have, I guess the link was not readily available somehow or another. So
Yeah, it was being a pain.
I just sent that out. So we'll see what happens.
It is
Right.
what it is.
It is what it is. I don't know if you all saw Vishal. I'm gonna try to talk to him. I was expecting him here to see if he can use his AI to turn this into a podcast.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
So we
let's
could just post up the video of weekly meetings.
yeah, I wasn't gonna do the video, but you think we could do video?
I mean, yeah, if we record the
Yeah?
sessions, we could just, yeah,
Okay.
download it.
Okay.
I think it would be too many voices for people to like register.
Not watch, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And some of the earlier sessions, I don't have like the intros recorded just because I didn't want it to be too much information. But if we're gonna put it out there, I want some context. So,
for sure. I think we could do something like you see how you have like a little clip of the meeting on your Instagram? Like, like good advice that somebody gave or like a moment that stood out.
mhm.
I think we could kind of stick to those, like make it short clips, like editable
Mm,
reels, things like that.
that works.
That way it's not like just overwhelming.
Yeah, it can be. It could. I imagine it would be overwhelming for someone who's not here in it with us.
Right. Especially when there's like 20, 30 people in here, each giving their intro is like, oh, like who do I pay attention to?
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I wish I must have screwed up the meeting tonight. Oh well. Oh well. What's meant to be will be.
All good.
Um, do you all want to get to the discussion while we wait? And if other people join, we can start from the beginning as
Yeah.
usual. Cool.
Sounds good to me.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gary, I know you saw it. Kenny, I don't know if you saw it. Nate was sent discussion topic. Best ways to get strategic partnerships, what strategic partnerships each of us are looking for, and how to maintain partnerships, etc. Um,
Okay, okay. I think well, I could kind of jump in first if that's okay.
mhm.
So in terms of strategic partnerships, um, I can't really disclose the name of the company, but we recently acquired a platform to white label social media for our clients, right? And I think I explained a little bit of this to Abby. It does outreach. So, if you give it a list of your ICP, right, meet certain criteria, what's their geographic location, what's their like net income, what industry are they in? If you outline those points, it'll actively search out people having conversations either about your services, something that you offer, or like a pain point, right? And then once it identifies that, it'll reach out to them through email and try to set up a meeting with you, like personally. So it's pretty cool. It's been very handy. I think we've onboarded, I think 15, 16 people on it already. Most of them are like contractors, like we got a bakery on there. But it works, and then on the side of that, we got the social media outreach. It's pretty simple. You just connect your social accounts like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and then when you create a post, you could do it through Canva, use AI to do it. But once you have it made, you can choose which accounts you want to post it to, just like in bulk, and then schedule it. So yeah.
That's pretty handy.
So that's two partners that we had come in to just like step up our game in our services.
That's dope.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. I used to have a really strong strategic partnership with a cannabis attorney. She passed a lot of clients on my way. And it was lucrative. But I was like I have a policy. I only take on a certain amount of new clients a month. And I've gone from 3 up to 5. I have a bigger team now, so I can handle a little bit more. But I got to a point with her. I mean, she's an attorney, so a lot of times she's handling like problems. Or, in the earlier days, it was like everybody was opening up storefronts for the first time. So they would have her make sure that they were compliant. So I was getting good clients and also problematic clients, but I had to shut that down because it just became too much. And now, so fast forward, I don't want to be unkind. She's done a lot for me, but her and I do not have aligned values in like business strategy or tax strategy. So a lot of her advice does not align with my advice. So we don't work quite as well together anymore through experience. And through it's not even just experience, it's through like an ever-changing climate in the industry. A lot of things have changed. Oh, we've got some people. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, Vishal just messaged me. He's trying to join.
Cool.
Nice.
Yes. Yay. Um, yeah, we'll get back to that, I guess.
Just leave them out and let's continue the conversation.
That was a good
All right,
point you were
we'll
making.
just like press on and actually, but I do need to say, please come on camera. I have to say that. Nate, I don't think you've heard me actually talk about this yet, but I have to have everybody come on camera because I have had one individual try to send me repeated screen share requests, like they spam me with them and then they take over my computer and write hate messages on my screen straight up. So just human verifying here. And for the newcomers, would you like to introduce yourselves? Who you are, where you're from, and what you do?
I'm gonna assume I'm one of the newcomers.
Yes.
I'm Adam Bartasevich. I'm from Franklin, Wisconsin. I don't know where everyone else is, so if you're not from around here, that would be Milwaukee. Um, I'm a financial planner. I work with Northwestern Mutual and have my own business there.
Awesome. Welcome. It was Gary, Kenny, Nate, and I, and we'll introduce ourselves at the end. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next. My name is Melissa Quaid. I'm in Northern California, and I get companies enrolled in wellness plans.
Awesome. Welcome. Who
Thanks.
else? And thanks for joining late. I'm assuming you got my email, so thank you for being here.
Yes, I actually was just trying to submit a message saying I couldn't find the link anywhere. So you'll just see that, and then I got the email with the link. So
Perfect. I will ignore the email. Who would like to go next? I will call on you.
I'll go.
Cool.
Hello, I am Brittany. I am outside of the Philadelphia area, and I help entrepreneurs expand your capacity to receive more clients, opportunity, and revenue by taking care of your business behind the scenes. So great, glad to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too. Welcome.
Thank you.
Who would like to go next?
Okay,
Keep it
I will
Yeah.
introduce myself. My name is Kaustubh Dangche. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm currently working as a data engineer from Telecom Resources. So my work as a volunteer role. I'm here to just like to do the networking stuff to know about the people, what they are trying to do. And if I find any opportunity, so I will just make connection with them. So
Awesome. Welcome.
yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for coming on camera too. If you could pop on camera, that would be great. Just for a minute, say hello. You can turn it off after if you'd like to. Who would like to go next? I'll open it up too to the couple that were here already. Go ahead. Although, can we hear you?
So hi all, myself Vishal. Yeah, based out of India. I'm running a startup called Masterminds, which is a 2-year-old startup. What we actually do in Masterminds is we would solve real world problems in businesses, like kind of with automation, AI, and web applications or mobile applications oriented stuff. Um, we are actually around the age of around 20 to 28, so totally innovative minds. And we are focused on problem solving. So this is what we do entirely. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back. Sorry about the
Thank you.
link.
Yeah. Thank
Thank you for pushing through and joining despite.
Okay.
Who would like to go next? Only a couple of you, and then, well, there's one. Kim, Kenny, Gary, Nate. You know what? Can we go in that order? How's that? Okay.
I guess I will go. So I am in insurance. I'm based in Portland, Oregon. Good to see you, Michelle and Kenneth again. I do insurance. I do auto, home, life, and then annuities and specialty. So like jewelry, pets, flood, earthquake, pretty much everything except for healthcare. Um, but yeah, I'm just networking, expanding, trying to meet more and new people. So pleasure to meet everyone.
Yeah, pleasure to have you. I knew you were familiar, so thank you for coming back. All right. Kenny?
Oh,
Oh,
hi
we have a
everybody.
couple of new people too, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't take up too much time. Hi everybody. My name's Kenny, and my company is Atlas Studios. And what we primarily focus on are three things: marketing, branding, and development, right? So if somebody comes to me with an idea for their business, I help them flesh it out, make it real, optimize it, no matter whether it's their website, branding strategies, campaigns. If you can imagine it, I'll do the rest.
Welcome back. Would either of, well, it looks like someone signed off. Anyone else want to go? Manoj, I don't know if you'd like to. We're just doing introductions, who you are, where you're from, and what you do. But we can go on if you'd like.
I'm sorry, I was a little bit late as my
It was my fault. It was
my
my fault the
video, I
link
didn't
didn't
set
go
up my
out.
video yet, maybe next time. So sorry about that.
Do you want to
So
tell us about yourself?
yeah, I'm in Rockland. I'm in software, trying to build something using AI and crypto. So working on that. So I'm trying to get to the phase where I can network and get to know more people, probably introduce my product ideas at some point. It just getting started with it. Some networking.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you, even if you're late. And I didn't have the link properly set up, so it's not your fault.
All right, thank you.
All right, Gary.
Yeah, Gary Darley. I'm in Washington State, and I am a financial coach, and I work with people on mindset development to move away from a scarcity mindset towards a wealth development mindset. And we're here to make connections and hopefully help everybody's ventures along.
Drop your links in the chat also.
Is it my turn? What's up, everybody? My name is Nate Dubois. I'm from New Jersey, and I'm the founder of Legend Initiative. It's the place where brands transcend. We specialize in strategy, storytelling, and brand relations. So if you want to become a legend in the industry or you know somebody that does, we're the team that you work with.
Welcome back. All right, I'm Abigail, your host. Full charge CFO and accountant, remote CFO is the words I'm looking for. Founder of the Business Kickstart Accelerator, a place for new and aspiring entrepreneurs to get a solid accounting and business strategy foundation under them. We are talking about strategic partnerships this month. And Nate sent, actually, and I will drop a couple links in the chat. We have a Discord where we kind of keep the chat going a little bit. So Nate sent a discussion for tonight, which is what are your best ways to get strategic partnerships? What strategic partnerships are each of you looking for, and how are you maintaining them? And I'll drop that in here. Anyone want to get us started while I do that? I could continue talking as everybody joined. I was sharing, but I can't type and do that at the same time. So
I think we should go around the room and answer like the second question, like what type of partnerships is everyone looking for?
yeah, that sounds great.
Raise your hand or Abigail's won't call them.
I can
Yeah,
kick,
I will.
I can kick us off.
Okay.
I can kick us off. So, working in the finance world, I work with a lot of CPAs. I work with a lot of lawyers, and I primarily focus on medical professionals, business executives, and entrepreneurs. And strategic partnerships that I am looking for right now. I'm kind of shifting and working with some HR professionals. So, if anybody knows any HR folks out there, I'd love to get some contacts.
I like that. That gives you a wide, like large pools of people to help.
I know a lot of HR people. I used to work in HR and I'm back in those circles again. So please find me on LinkedIn, send me a message, and I'll get some more information from you and I can make some introductions.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jerry, I'm gonna send you some people in the Discord.
Awesome. I appreciate it.
I love that. Okay. It's off to a great start. Anyone else? I will call.
I can.
Everybody's
go ahead.
Go ahead, Melissa.
I am looking for referral partners. This would be people who have inroads to business owners or leaders, owners, founders, CEOs, CFOs of businesses that have at least 10 employees, getting them enrolled in a wellness plan. It doesn't replace any of the benefits that someone would currently have in place. It sits on top of a primary health insurance plan and saves employees and employers a ton of money.
Do you serve all industries?
All industries, yes. Some of them are not great for what we do. They have to be full-time W-2 year-round employees. So, for instance, a restaurant industry, there's a lot of turnover. They're not necessarily year round. Sometimes they're seasonal. So that's not a great industry, but we can make it work for anybody that has at least 10 full-time year round W-2 employees.
Awesome. Okay.
I'll go.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm looking for referral partners for coaches, any type of like business or law of attraction coaches. And I'm also just looking for people in the financial space to connect with as well, because a lot of my clients are people that are established and have hit capacity. And a lot of times those types of businesses, work with those types of businesses. So if you guys know anybody like that, that'd be great.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what you do specifically?
Yes.
You talked about streamlining efficiency, but how? In what way? And I'm listening.
So I'm an online business manager and I help with operations. So I partner with business owners and I set up their systems, their tech, I help them operate and execute their goals every month and also help manage their team, those types of things. So someone that they can lean on so that they don't have to run it on their own.
Awesome. Okay.
Mhm.
That's
So,
great.
so Brittany, do you have a LinkedIn or an email? I'll introduce you to a gal called Sue Shen who runs a very specific coaches networking event that would probably be beneficial.
Oh, oh, thank you. Yeah, yeah. I'll put my email in the chat.
Awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
This is great. Kenny?
Oh, hi everyone. I guess a good partnership that I didn't know was a good partnership is a CRM specialist. So I met somebody by the name of Brandon Drake, um, and he actually created his own CRM platform. He has an extensive background in programming, coding, and business consultation. Um, so he uses this CRM platform to connect entrepreneurs. So if you give him like a little information, what you guys do, a little bio, he can actually use that to create, warm introductions with other people, either looking for your services, looking for referral partners, so on and so forth. So pretty cool.
And I would like to second that. Brandon is pretty good at gamifying the experience as well. So, like, I suggest everyone try to gamify the experience for their clients in terms of this is the points in terms of working with me. Like, so it's pretty dope. You should hear his explanation. It's a lot better than mine, but yeah, definitely reach out to Brandon.
I am writing that down. I could totally gamify. Kenny, did you have more you wanted to share?
No, me and Nate got it.
Okay. Um, I'll go. I mean, some of my best strategic partnerships, honestly, are my clients. Um, but I was talking about this earlier. Lawyers are great for CFO type of work because I do like to do the higher level strategy, but I also offer bookkeeping. So lawyers, CPAs are great, but a lot of times they feel as though they're competing with me. So they don't always send clients my way. Although I would love for that to be a great partnership. Um, and then I'm not really sure. I haven't really worked with many strategic partners. The lawyers have been great, but otherwise, and I do, yeah. Any thoughts on that? Running from the
Yep.
peanut gallery?
What about financial coaches? Like, like wealth or coaches or things like that, people that are ready to spend money and on their finances, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Hmm.
I also think business coaches would be a good strategic partnership for you. Like they already serve probably not the industry that you're in, but they kind of serve like businesses already, and sales strategists, right? They're already helping people with their sales. They need to do something with their money, or else they won't use it, keep the books in place. So
Yeah.
that's where Abigail, that's where you come in.
Yeah, I do, I mean, so Nate knows this, but I work a lot with cannabis clients in Maine. I'm based out of Maine. Um, but I do work with other clients as well, like, but the cannabis for me is just fun because it's taboo and requires a lot of unique strategy. But I do work with contractors a lot and restaurants, service providers are pretty straightforward too. But yeah, so those are great. That's great feedback.
Also, I might add there's a lot of like business communities in terms of like grant communities and funding communities and all that. I think you should reach out to them, probably partner with banks as
Where do
well.
you find those?
Uh, everywhere. Look, but
Not out here.
I know.
Rural Mainer, okay.
I'll be trying to give you answers that's not so basic in terms of I just seen them at one event and they came to me. But you can
Yeah,
you need to network more. I feel like there's a lot out in
I
Maine
know.
that you just
I know.
like undercutting. But Hello Skip is a good one. So Ryder. Um, I don't know what banks are out in Maine, but a lot of like small banks, like not mainstream banks, know a lot of small businesses and businesses that's making around 1 million to 10 million. If you hear small business and you hear 1 million, 10 million, they're still small business. Uh,
I know.
just for newcomers, but like around that range where they do need like they don't already have an accountant, right? Or they don't have
Yeah.
somebody that handles the finances or their bookings and all this. So I feel like partnering with them and then it's like, yeah, and I serve the cannabis industry, which is you said it's taboo. I don't know if it's still taboo, but that's something
Hopefully
that's like
not.
a unique different unique monopolization. Right.
And
Oh,
the
Discord is not
networking,
working.
the networking has been absolutely key for me. And I mean, this event, uh, I come to as many weeks as I can, but I go to at least 3 networking events every week, and there's some that I rotate through and come back to, and there's some that I'm constantly looking for networking events that would potentially hold the type of people that I'm looking for. And I'm not necessarily looking for clients, but I'm looking for a center of influence, somebody who will refer clients, and somebody that I can provide value to as well, because I'm very much a believer in the law of reciprocity. Um, so it, a lot of the strategic partnerships that I've developed have come through networking and being introduced to people. And
Gary, can I jump in there?
yeah.
As someone that's starting to network, what would you, I guess, from in terms of being aware of what's going on in your city, like where are you finding these events? How do you go about that?
So let me qualify. I live about as far away from people as possible, kind of like Abby, just on the other side of the country. Um, so most of the networking that I do is online, and when I first started networking, it was just generic searches, looking on Eventbrite,
Hmm.
literally Googling networking events, and just going to whatever I could find. And through that process, I got introduced to people who would tell me, "Hey, there's this thing going on. You need to go here. Register here." And I have, I don't know, 18 or 20 different events now that I circulate through, um, that fit what I'm looking for. But it was literally a trial and error process for me to start. And there's 2 that I go to all the time. This one and one other one, and then everything else I cycle through.
Hmm.
So.
Appreciate that. Yeah, because for me, I'll kind of explain my situation. So, as a financial planner, just based on my market right now, I'm working with different people in the healthcare space, first responders. My background's in basketball, so naturally, a lot of different college, NBA level staffers, young families, young couples, and I'm really trying to get connected to realtors, CPAs, and I don't really have connections there. So just trying to build, like you said, a COI relationship, and meet people that way, or even like lenders. Those
So
are the people I'm trying to get connected to.
if you have a strong personal connection with the basketball world, it wouldn't be a bad thing to get involved in some kind of sports networking events, and going to actual events where you can put yourself out there.
Hmm.
But
I'm
commonality is huge.
Yeah.
I'm dropping the updated Discord link. I think it expires every so often. Um, there's a thread on there called other events. Gary, will you share a couple of those that you enjoy going to? You're muted.
Yeah, let me pull up the links. I'll drop a couple in.
Cool. Kenny.
Yeah, if I could throw my 2 cents in there, I completely understand where Adam's coming from. Like when I started networking, I was on like LinkedIn, Alignable, right? I mean, I'm still on LinkedIn, but Alignable I had to drop. One, because I feel like every networking event I was going to, I just kept like hitting that wall of like somebody trying to sell me. You know what I mean? Like I came across some financial planners, you know what I mean? Some multi-level marketing people. And they all, like, hey, like take a look at this. Yeah, let's have a coffee chat right now. They're just gonna show you a presentation, They're gonna try to sell you at the end, you know how it goes. So I had to literally actively try to break away from that and just search in different places, right? Like Gary was, like on Google, Eventbrite, and through a fortunate series of events, I found this group. Um, and I've been here ever since, and the connections that I've made here is what's literally built the foundation of my network, right? Like I know Abigail. If I have somebody who needs bookkeeping, CFO services, she's my girl, right? If I have somebody who's trying to become a legend, right? Like let's say I handle the development, right? The websites, the application, I'm gonna send them over to Nate, right? Even though I could do it too, but it's just giver's gain, right? Like Gary said, everybody has to feed one another. So that's literally been my experience. Just you got to search around until you find a place you feel comfortable that you want to build some roots and plant some seeds and build a village.
Nate.
I'll also say, Adam, I don't know much about Wisconsin, but I'm sure y'all have coffee shops. Um, I'm sure a lot of people go in those coffee shops and they're business owners. Talk to the owner of the coffee shop and be like, yo, do you know any businesses, real estate people, whatever? Go to the local library. Go to the Chamber of Commerce. Not even if you don't join, you can look at all the businesses that's around. They usually promote them. You could kind of just use that information and reach out like, hey, my name is Adam. Would you like to meet? Blah, blah, blah. This is what I do. I want to start partnering, whatever. But like just being out in the community and a lot of those partnerships would come to you.
Appreciate that, Nate and Kenny.
Yeah, um, my partnership. Uh, uh, what I'm looking for is essentially for the business incubation side of things. So, in the true sense of that, so I to take a startup idea to actually to a viable company, right? So it's a long, um, it's a different skill set, I think. So to get exposed to that is what I'm looking for, that kind of partnership.
We can't hear you very well. I don't think. Can anybody else? Is it? Yeah. I don't know if your microphone is too far away.
It could be.
Um, Anyone else want to share who they're? Brittany, I keep doing that with the mute and I will probably not stop. So
Oh, sorry. No worries. I just wanted to add on to what everybody was saying. Like, um, I also agree about Alignable, not a fan. But I would say like what off of what Gary was saying, I feel like too, if you go into Facebook, but even better school communities and surrounding the type of client that you currently want, um, and even the school communities that are paid, like some of them are like $5 or $10 or whatever, it's worth it to just check it out because a lot of times they'll even have networking calls and your client will be in there and they're more like, you know, they're more around what you're looking for, if that makes sense. So, just an idea.
Yeah, and I'll just add, I use Meetup quite often. So that has like a lot of networking events and stuff like that. And they, what's cool is that they categorize each event so you can like specify it by business or like community or like if you like to hike, you can do that or whatever. It's kind of like your hobbies or whatever extracurricular activities you like to do. You can kind of like tailor the networking to that. So Meetup has been really great for me. And then as far as the business client, I guess I'm trying to have is I would love, like a referral partner, people in real estate, financial planning, mortgage, lenders, escrow, title. And then also like dealerships, if like anybody like knows any like auto dealerships or boat dealerships, that would be great.
That's great.
Can you hear me? Yeah, is it better?
Yes, now we can.
Okay, sorry about that.
You're fine. Did you want to share some more?
No, this is the first time I'm in a online networking scenario. So yeah, I usually just find some local event mixers and just go there. So meet people. So this is pretty good actually. I'll be more prepared next time, but I think this is a good online venue. I think
You're
to meet
totally fine.
like-minded people.
We do it a little bit differently here. I mean, I don't know. I've done a few other online networking events, and maybe others can confirm or deny what I'm about to say. Um, but a lot of times they do feel like kind of pitchy, and I don't want to take away from that experience, but I try not to have that be the culture here. Um, Melissa, if you left, bye. She did. Okay. I wanted to, so we've talked about what kind of strategic partnerships we're looking for, and if you have more to share about that, please feel free to do so. And we're kind of talking about best ways to find them. Any other thoughts down that avenue before we move on to the next bit? No?
Um,
Date.
so I don't know about everybody, but usually the best way that I find partnerships is usually through my clients in a sense. Like some of my clients would be like, yo, you should work with him or this guy, or I met this guy. So usually my clients kind of become like they help me find strategic partners. And then obviously I'm gonna use them for my clients. So it's kind of just makes sense. And also whatever work that I don't want to do, like website and app development. Hey Kenny, like I don't want to do that. That is not the thing that makes me my team the most money in the least amount of time. So Kenny, take that over. Like I just look at inefficiencies or stuff that I don't want to do within my company and then just go from there.
I love hearing that the two of you have like a need for partnership. It's really awesome. And there's like that's kind of my philosophy with the CPAs. Like they're not really, if they're doing bookkeeping level, they're not doing it well, but they want it anyway because it's recurring. So it's like it could be a great thing. Anyway, Gary.
Oh, for Kim, have you checked out the Portland Association of Realtors? Because that might be a place to go and see if you can make some connections.
Yeah, no, I think our my only hesitation was like our company can't work with the NAR, and a lot of the people in that group are associated with that. So that's the only thing that's like a little finicky because I always want to make sure that I'm like staying in compliance and stuff like that. So, but they did say that like the line was that like we could give the people individual like insurance. We just couldn't do it on like um a company scale, like if they were like to introduce us on a company scale. So yeah, it's been a little like finicky, but I'll definitely have to like look up their association and see if they have like a networking group or something that I can like introduce myself.
Yeah, there's a Washington one, and I know a couple of realtors who are part of it, and it's been an okay connection for me, but not great. But it's not really the market that I'm after. But if that's what you're chasing, it might be a good way to meet some folks.
Okay.
Even
Thank
if
you.
you take Nate's suggestion and hang out at the coffee shop outside where they all go during lunch,
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Thank you.
Well,
Appreciate
Gary, I
that.
appreciate that. There's a Wisconsin association, and everyone real their phone
hmm
number, name, city. So appreciate it.
Yeah, no, it's a good place to go look. They just haven't been great partners for me, but
Yeah.
I know a lot of finance people, they are. So
Well, thank you.
Adam, where are you based?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Okay.
Vishal.
Yeah. So when you talk about the strategic partnership, for the past 1 year, I have been in touch with almost five companies, three from US and two from UAE. And I have been in touch with those five companies and being a tech partner in providing solutions. Like kind of, and I almost had some revenue from there. Like what we actually do is like we would be sitting for around 10 to 15 days to validate whether we are going on the right track on choosing a particular strategic partnership, because since we are doing business from India, when we are trying to expand it globally, the thing which we are mainly focused is whether we could able to make some revenue outside India. And we will be validating all those things and jumping onto the strategic partnership. And it works fine for us as kind of a tech partner, like kind of having some percentage kind of stuff, like kind of a profit sharing kind of a stuff. And it was going good for us. Um, like if there anyone, if you're in need of like kind of a tech partner, kind of a strategic partnership, so masterminds could be a great thing for you. So I'm just telling it from my side. And Abigail, regarding the podcast, which we have already discussed about this, I just wanted to share a few things about that. Is that fine to continue with that?
Yeah, let me introduce that a little bit. I was talking to Nate, Gary, and Kenny about that. So this is recorded. And I guess I might need to include this, generally speaking. It was a little bit of an odd start to tonight's meeting, but these are recorded, and I am kind of brainstorming the idea of putting these on out there as a podcast. We were talking about having video included versus not included. Um, and I
So
asked Vishal if he might be able to help facilitate that.
yeah, so where you're planning to post these kind of podcasts on Instagram or LinkedIn or any other social media
I was
platform?
thinking like Spotify and Apple Podcasts type of thing.
Okay, fine then. Okay. So like okay, actually what I would suggest is, are you using any AI note taker for recording?
Yeah, just the what's it called on here? The one associated with this.
Okay,
It's AI companion, the Zoom
AI
version.
companion.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine, then I don't know about that, because actually I have been using Fathom for my personal stuff, because I would actually we could able to actually ask to Fathom like what are the key points which were discussed at what timing, so that I would take the specific part of the clip and I would be posting it on Instagram or kind of any other social media platforms. So since you are focused more on Spotify, actually, I know a person. I could get in touch with them regarding how we could take it in such a way that in gathering only the audio part, right? You're mostly focusing on the audio part, not on the video part. So I will discuss with them regarding this, because he's already doing a lot in that. He's also launched his own music on Spotify. He's doing a great job. So I will discuss with them regarding uploading the podcast, all those kind of things. I will get back to you.
Cool. I'll send my email in the Discord so we
Yeah,
can
sure.
talk directly. Cool. But these are exciting
Yeah.
developments. We don't have a whole lot of time left, but how is everyone continuing to maintain existing strategic partnerships? And I will start by saying I've done a really poor job at that. I haven't grown my team to a capacity that was able to handle all of the referrals. And then I mean, I had a rough couple of years, so I just kind of coasted along, but things are changing. So the team is in place. Kenny?
I don't know if anybody heard, but at the beginning, I was talking to Abigail, Nate, and Gary about two new partners that we recently started working with. And they both have AI platforms. One of them does AI outreach for clients, and the other one does, social media campaigns through AI generated content. But anyway, um, the point to Abigail's question is I think maintaining those partnerships starts with accountability first, right? Like who is in charge of what, right? Like, are you going to teach us the platform how to use it and then we teach our clients how to use it, or are you going to manage the whole back end and we just need to worry about onboarding kind of thing, right? Um, so what we do is we kind of do like a weekly check-in, right? Like obviously there's a business partnership at work, right? But who are we working with, right? What kind of person are they? So it usually starts with a little small talk. Hey, what's up? How's your weekend, right? And then we get into the nitty-gritty, right? Let's get into the analytics, right? How's our campaigns performing for our clients, right? How are the numbers looking? Who's clicking? What content are you generating, right? What's the traffic on that? Um, and then after that, you've built a solid enough foundation because you start to get to know them as a person, right? Before you get into the business transaction. So I think that's the best way to kind of balance it out. Just don't keep it about business all the time with your strategic partners, because they're still a person at the end of the day. They're not like a machine. So try to get to know them during that process as well.
I like that perspective because I think if I'm understanding this correctly, you're like you are the strategic partner for another agency.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're sending them business versus I'm at least receiving this conversation as someone who is receiving business from a partnership.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So they let us use the platform and we go back and forth, you know, onboarding clients, they manage the back end, so on and so forth.
Awesome. Nate.
I think much of what Kenneth said, like just making sure that you build that relationship, like still be a human behind the business, like still talk to them, still like touch base, but also having those boundaries and obviously a contract in place that sets all those boundaries, right? I always like the legal form first, but just being a human, like talking to them, like, yo, what's up, man? How's the kids? Have most of my partnerships are, I guess, in the tri-state. So like our media partners, our media production journalists, right? So it's always like easy to kind of, yeah, let's go to New York. There's a Vimeo's throwing an event. I want everybody to be here that works with me. Let me just get the tickets and then we can go there. And like, so it's easier to collaborate and do little things like that just to like keep that synergy going.
I miss that about living in the tri-state area. But that's why I created this alternative solution. Gary.
So I don't have quite the formal relationship with my strategic partners that you're talking about, Nate. Most of mine are informal and they are more referral back and forth type partnerships. And for me, when I connect really strongly with somebody, it's making sure that I keep those connections going. And so if I haven't heard from somebody within a 3 to 4 week period, I actually have it on my calendar to reach out to them. And it's not a, hey, you haven't sent me a referral this month. What's up, man? It's more like, hey, I was thinking about you. And I try to throw them something. What is it that there is valuable for them? Um, for example, I'm working with a lawyer who specializes in mediating divorce, and she's become quite the strategic partner for me. And when I run into people who are having any kind of relationship issues, I always send them to her, um, and see if they can't work it out, um, and either get through the legal separation, or she does a lot of counseling type things. And so I'm constantly trying to keep that relationship valuable for her as well. Um, so that it's not just a me take. I don't want to just be a taker. I want to be providing value as well. But it's staying top of mind. It's knowing when her birthday is. It's making sure that I'm treating her like a human being, and empathizing and staying in contact.
That sounds like a great strategic partnership for you.
It's been pretty good.
2 ways.
Yeah.
Brittany.
Yeah, I would say a lot of my partnerships are more referral based. And what's worked really well for me is meeting with them like once a month, like just having a quick Zoom, even if it's like 20 minutes just to say hey. And without like me asking, a lot of times they like share my stuff every once in a while, on social media, and I do the same back for them, and maybe just give them a little bit of love on their social media every once in a while. Like you don't have to go crazy, but that's something that I do sometimes just to be helpful. Um, but yeah, just making sure you're staying in each other's world if it just gets quiet. Um, yeah, I would say with social media or say, hey, you want to check in? You want to pop on a quick call? A lot of what I do is virtual too, Abby. So yeah, I really like to see if I can check in with them at least once a month and just show love on social media.
I second that, and I'll share more. Nate.
I also like to like highlight what Gary said in terms of like formal versus informal. Like I think when it comes to strategic partnerships, it's always important to understand what type of partnership like the person that you're talking to should be, right? Should be informal. Like, is this a friend that where we're going to be referral partners? And then is this a business where I need to get a contract? Don't get a contract for everybody because legally you don't really need one, right? That's just going to be somebody that's like, oh, I know Gary, he does this. Let me send him some business, and that's a referral partner. But somebody like Kenny said, where it's expanding in terms his business, you definitely need a legal contract. So always identify like what type of partnership that you're trying to get or you already have.
I want to dig in deeper a little bit to that. But I wanted to say, Brittany, I do the same with the socials. Um, but even like on a, I don't know, larger or more real life scale, I, as a strategic partner to others, I really feel like I have to be aligned with the person behind it, or the company behind it, and what they stand for. So I can very easily and confidently refer people to, I mean, I have a couple top, like I have a cannabis client that I've got a bunch of them, but there is one client that I will tell anybody who's asking me to go to if they're looking for something with care and thought put into it. And the same goes for other service providers. Like, what are what are their values? And I'll make the decision from there. Um, Nate, contracting with a strategic partner. How does that work logistically?
Oh, it works the same as like getting a client. Yes, like
Yeah.
basically I think so I can just speak to the partnerships I have. So basically, how my partnerships are usually formed. Hey Nate, I seen you like your initiative. We do media production, blah blah. This is the project's case study. So me and my team just go through a vetting process. Usually me, my team is lazy when it comes to that. They don't know exactly what I'm looking for. They sound a stickler, but like I'm looking at different case studies and looking at like their approach and all these things. And then also like they send me capabilities that I review that their approach, all that. Then I send one back. And if the partnership makes sense, then we form a contract in terms of like, I'm gonna use you for this amount of work and you can have access to like it's just like making sure both sides win in a sense through that contract. So like sometimes media production people, well, most times they don't do marketing themselves or PR themselves. So they want us to handle that. And then we want them to handle the media production, right? We don't have 1,000 drones flying around New York City all the time or Philadelphia. So we partner like that and we just kind of make sure the money makes sense in a sense. So like this is how much we're going to pay per project, is how much you pay per project. Or if we're bartering something else, like you do this campaign, I'll do this campaign for you. Like it kind of just goes like that.
To let the dog in there. Kenny.
Yeah, just to speak on what Nate is talking about. I've had a couple of partnerships form where it is kind of like an incentive, right? Where maybe they don't have the money, but they can offer a sponsorship, right? If they're like an event organizer or something like that, or they have a charity, they could give us a shout out. Sometimes we do accept that, right? And we have it written out like in a contractual agreement, that would be the terms of service, right? Um, so it could work out that way, right? And since I work with a lot of social causes, I'm actually more lenient towards that kind of partnership arrangement because it could be beneficial in the future as well for both parties.
Nate.
Also, like the second that, like I think me and Kenny are in such a good like industries because we get a lot of stuff for free or can get a lot of stuff for free by just bartering. Like I get like free hoodies and stuff from this clothing brand that I help with marketing strategy. Right, it's very low cost, and they just give me like merch. So it's kind of easy. Events like local coffee shops, I help them with a lot of the strategy, or like sometimes they need a videographer, and I just connect them with my team or my network, and they allow us to use the space and whatever. So it's always those partnerships that kind of so again, like look at stuff that you can use in your business, like that you will want to be free, like or that you would want to get. Like that's how I kind of looked at it when I was first forming partnerships. Like I wanted free clothes, so I want to work with clothing brands. Did that. Now, since my company is bigger, I need more event space. So I partner with event venues, right? So always look at it from that, like strategically and finding your partners.
I like that. I want free international trips. So maybe
Part,
I need
partner
to
with
start
it. Partner with an
looking.
airline.
Yeah.
I guess I need
Airline.
to partner with true brands, the international
Uh-huh.
airlines.
As long as you don't partner with Spirit Airlines.
No, no. I'm thinking more like
We need Air Canada or something.
yeah. I'm thinking more like travel agencies or you know I couldn't handle an airline with my business, but I appreciate the grand vision of that. Um, all right, we're coming to the close. Before Kenny shares a little nugget, um, next week we are going to talk about Gary requested a discussion on the law of reciprocity as it relates to strategic partnerships. So, looking forward to that. We kind of touched on it a little bit tonight, but we'll talk more in depth about it next week. Kenny?
All right, it's about that time, everybody. So the weekly quote for this meeting focusing on the theme of strategic partnerships. Today's quote comes from Henry Ford, who says, "Joining together is a beginning, staying together is progress, and working together is success."
So come back and let's work together.
Amen.
The link will be the same as it was tonight, next week, and all following weeks, just in case there's another mishap and I overlook that again. Join the Discord and we can really connect directly there. And that's it.
So you meet every week, same time? Is that
Every week,
the
same
format?
time,
Yeah.
same link.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, great.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, and I appreciate everybody's input tonight. I owe a few of you some stuff. It probably won't be till tomorrow before I get it out, but I'll get some stuff out to whoever I owed stuff to. It's in my notes.
Yeah, I tried to connect with everybody on LinkedIn. If I didn't get to you, I apologize, but I hope I get to see you guys soon. I have to hop off, but it was a pleasure, and I'll probably see most of you guys next week.
Absolutely. Oh, just a quick shout out before you leave, Kim. We had a really great coffee chat, actually. A little bit was business talk, but most of it was just chopping it up. So if you do have a chance to connect, please do so with Kim for sure.
Oh, thank you, Kenneth. That's so sweet. And yes, Kenneth's great. He's amazing, very great guy. Really, passionate about his work and really willing to do good things and willing to meet people where they are. So definitely, hook up with Kenneth as well. And
Thank you.
Vishal. Vishal's great too. He's very sweet.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. Adam, nice to meet you, man. I hope to see you back next week. And everybody have a great rest of your week.
Nice to meet you guys too. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you all.
Good night.
Bye-bye.